Hello Gators, this is 3-2 translations. I can draw and describe the translation of a figure. Let's take a look at the translation symbol. It starts with it's capital T for translation. 2, 1 says you want to go 2 units in the right direction and 1 unit up. And you can write the rule this way where you're actually adding 2 to every x coordinate and adding 1 to every y coordinate. So that's the rule. I want to add 2 units to here. So I'm going to put a +2 to my x, and I want to add 1 unit to my y. So this will become -1, and then this will become 0. So over here, I want to move it 2 units to the right, 1, 2, and then up 1. So it's -1, 0. So this is G prime. Okay, and again, I want to add 2 to the x coordinate, and I want to add 1 to the y coordinate. So that becomes 1, 0. So 1, 0, that is T prime. And again, I'm adding 2 to the x, and I'm adding 1 to the 1. So this will be -1, -4. -1, 1, 2, 3, 4. That'll be B prime. And this is what it's going to look like. And this is called a translation. We have a new rule. This time we're going to subtract 3 on the x and do nothing to the y. So we're going to subtract 3 on the x and do nothing. So I just won't write anything. I won't say +0. The answer is -3 and -1. So let's go ahead and draw that. 1, 2, 3, -1, and that'll be U prime. And then for Q, again, we're going to subtract 3, and we're not going to do anything to our y coordinate. So that's -2, 3. So we're going to go -2 and then 3. So this will be our Q prime. And then this will be -3, do nothing to your y. So this is 2, 1, 2, 1. This will be L prime. And we'll go ahead and draw it, and we can see that's the translation that has happened. So translations are moving points in such a way that they're just kind of sliding them over. But the mathematics is that this slide that's taking place, all of these pathways are parallel to each other, and the amount of distance that it's traveling are all congruent to each other. These figures have the same orientation. Notice that they are facing the same way. B is on the right-hand side, B is on the right-hand side, facing the same direction. Let's write a translation rule for this rigid motion. So here is what the x is and what the right movement is. Now, to help yourself, let's get another color here. And I'm going to start with G. G is my pre-image. Let me get my green pre-image. And this is going to be my image. So I'm just going to follow one point, and I'm going to notice that my x is going back -1. I'm going to the left, -1, and then I'm going up 2 units. So I'm going to the left and then going up 2 units. So my rule will look like this: x - 1, y + 2. And that is my translation rule. All right, again, grab one point so that you see what's going on. This is x, that is my pre-image because it doesn't have a prime on it. And this is my image. And I'm just going to look at the x movement and then the y movement. And it looks like my x movement was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, +5. And it looks like my x movement was +2. So I will be writing x + 5, y + 2. Okay, let's try it again. This time, again, pick one point. That'll help you. I think I'll just pick U here. Let me go ahead and get my other color here, U. This is my pre-image because it has no prime, and this is my image. And it doesn't look like I'm moving anywhere to the left or the right, so I'm going to write 0, and it looks like I'm just moving down 3 units. So my rule will look like this: just x, nothing changes, and then y minus 3. All right, so in summary, translations, they shift points with the same distance and in the same direction.